What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, bringing you one of the most anticipated top 10 videos, definitely of the year, perhaps even of the channel. Today we'll be reviewing the top 10 most expensive cards from the newest set, Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions. In case you've been living under a rock, Prismatic Evolutions has been one of the most anticipated and hyped up sets, maybe ever, in the Pokemon TCG history, and it boasts over 175 cards, a lot of them featuring evolutions, EV and evolutions, and from what I've seen, the pull rates for this set are atrocious. I've seen many people opening up their Elite Trainer boxes and pulling absolutely nothing. It's kind of heartbreaking when you realize the amount that some of these people are spending on their ETBs just to pull a big fat nothing. So we can expect the cards on today's list to be astronomical in value because this set has only been available officially for just a couple of days. We'll be reviewing pretty much all of the Evolution Special Illustration Rares, a lot of the Master Ball Reverse Holos, a lot of the other Hyper Rare cards, a lot of cards to go over in today's video, so stay tuned to the very end. Folks, a very quick shout out to today's video sponsor. It's the great people over at KantoShark.com. After the video, please go check out KantoShark.com, where they've recently listed a fresh variety of graded cards for sale, along with some amazing and authentic pieces of sealed product for you to invest in. And right now, they are having a sale on a lot of their graded inventory. This includes vintage cards, modern cards, and everything in between. So please support the channel by going over to KantoShark.com and seeing what they have available for you today. Alright folks, let's jump into this top 10 list with the number 10 most expensive sale, and these are all auction sales on eBay. It is the Special Illustration Rare Ceruledge EX that sold recently as a raw copy for $219.75. And we just saw a Ceruledge, I believe, from Surging Sparks, and now we're seeing another one here in Prismatic Evolutions. Now, I would have thought this top 10 list would have consisted entirely of evolutions, but this guy right here snuck in at the number 10 spot. The number 9 most expensive card from this set is our very first evolution. It is the Special Illustration Rare Jolteon EX, coming in 9th place and selling for $232. And I think this is probably going to be the least expensive evolution in this entire set, at least as far as Special Illustration Rares go. This guy right here is the number 9. The number 8 most expensive card in this entire set would have to be the Special Illustration Rare Glaceon EX that has recently sold in auction for $255. And like I said at the beginning, folks, I've seen numerous ETBs being opened up and none of these Special Illustration Rares are being pulled, and that no doubt has an effect on these prices right here. This Glaceon EX is the number 8 most expensive overall. The number 7 most expensive card in this set is the Vaporeon EX Special Illustration Rare. Has most recently sold in auction for about $310. All of these cards in this video, I believe, are listed as near mint to mint, pack fresh, of course. This Vaporeon EX right here is the number 7 most expensive. The number 6 most expensive card is this here Flareon EX SIR that sold in auction for about $325. I kind of got a soft spot in my heart for fire-type Pokemon. I'm not sure what it is, but this card is beautiful to me. It's one of my favorites in this set. This Flareon EX is the number 6 most expensive. Coming in 5th place is another magnificent card. It's the Espeon EX SIR that had 2 sales as of recently. One for $360, another for $365. So pretty close in value there with those 2 sales, and I think this is one of the prettiest cards in the entire set, and the number 5 most expensive. Getting down to the final 4, our 4th most expensive card was kind of a surprise to me. It is the Leafeon EX SIR. Leafeon usually doesn't get the time of day compared to the other evolutions, but this guy right here made the number 4 spot, selling for $430 in auction. Any Leafeon fans out there, how do you feel about this card? Well, it's expensive nonetheless, and the number 4 on our list today. The number 3 most expensive card in all of Prismatic Evolutions is the Sylveon EX Special Illustration Rare. Has most recently sold in auction for about $455. I do believe that Sylveon has a very expensive reverse holo Master Ball card. I think we're going to be seeing it a little bit later in this video. This Sylveon EX right here the number 3 most expensive. The number 2 most expensive card on today's list, and it's the only reverse holo Master Ball on the top 10 list today. It is the Umbreon Master Ball reverse holo. Has a few staggering sales recently. Here is one for $615, another one for $670, but most recently this card has sold for an even $500. And these Master Ball reverse holos are incredibly difficult to pull. This one right here is the number 2 most expensive card in the entire set. Before we get to the number 1 most expensive card in all of Prismatic Evolutions, let's go over several honorable mention sales. Here we have the Black Star Promo Eevee from the regular Elite Trainer boxes that sells sealed for about $20.50. However, the Pokemon Center stamp version of this card sells for significantly more at about $127.50. Here are several Master Ball reverse holos that didn't make the list. Here is a Master Ball Eevee that sold for about $51. The Master Ball Vaporeon holo has sold for $80. The Master Ball Leafeon sold for about $91. Here we have a Dragapult EX art rare that sold for about $105.50, along with this Raging Bolt EX special illustration rare that sold for $132. Here is a Master Ball reverse holo Sylveon selling for the very healthy price of $142. And then here is a Roaring Moon EX that sold for $149.50. Here we have a gold hyper rare Pikachu EX that sold in auction for $167, along with this special illustration rare Eevee that sold for $203.50. Which leads me to the number 1 most expensive card in this entire set. It is, of course, the Umbreon EX special illustration rare. Just a couple of days ago, folks, this card was selling for about $2,800. But the most recent sale that I could find was for about $1,500, which is not too shabby for a card that's only been officially released for a couple of days. What do you think? That's it for the top 10 list, folks. As I always say, these prices will fluctuate immediately. Probably by the time you see this video, there are going to be different prices, but I think it sets the order for which ones are more expensive than the others. So yeah, if nothing else, you can take that away from the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go check out KantoShark.com. I would really appreciate it. That's all I got today, folks. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in my next one.